Good day, everyone. My name is Tammy Ariola. I am your yoga teacher, and welcome to my class. Okay, first what we're going to do is come down to the floor. Yes, sit comfortably. Cross-leg position is fine. And we're going to sit with our backs erect. All right, so the spine is erect, comfortable. And what we're going to do is go into conscious breath work. Okay, so conscious breathing. And what I'd like to do is count in a 4 count, breathing in, and then releasing the breath on a 4 count. Okay, so it will look like breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And let's continue with the breath work. What this is doing, it's calming our minds as we focus on our breath. Clearing the mind of the day. This is our moment to go within. Pay attention to your breath as far as if it's shallow. Is your breathing smooth? Or is it stuttering? Feel the cool air as you breathe in and the warm air as you breathe out. Okay, let's open our eyes. And we're going to come to standing. So let's come on up. And what I'm going to do is start us out with sun salutation. Okay. All right, and I'm going to take my time moving through the movements, only because I'm also having to breathe as we're going through the motions. All right, and I'm instructing you. So what we want to do first is stand in Tadasana. And we want to raise the arms up, breathing in. Giving a slight back bend, tilting the pelvic forward, and releasing the breath with a forward bend. Now we're going to bring the right leg back, far back, bringing the knee to the floor. So your right knee is on the floor. Going to bring the left leg back, releasing the breath, bringing both knees down, bringing the chest to the floor, chin to the floor, and then coming up into your cobra. Breathing in, and then releasing, coming into your downward dog. Releasing the breath as you come into the downward dog. You want to breathe in and bring your right leg forward. And bring the left leg forward. And breathe in. Release. Breathe out. And bring the hands up to heart space in prayer, breathing in and out. And release. Let's bring the arms up, breathing in, pushing the pelvic forward, releasing the breath, bringing yourself forward. Now let's bring the left leg back far. Left knee is on the floor. Bringing that right leg back, you're in plank position. Releasing the breath, bringing both knees down. Bring the chest to the floor, releasing the breath, and chin on the floor. Then breathe in, bringing yourself up to cobra. Breathing out into downward dog. Breathing in, and bring your left leg forward, foot between the palms. Bring the right leg forward. Breathing in. Into your slight back bend and releasing the arms. Step back just a little bit. Bringing the hands up into prayer. Breathing in and out. And release. Let's bring the arms up. Breathing in. Back bend. Bringing yourself hinging over from the hip into your forward bend. Bringing your right leg back. Left leg back. Knee on the floor. And then left leg back. Releasing the breath. Bringing the knees to the floor. Chest to the floor. In between the palms, chin on the floor. Coming up into cobra, breathing in. Breathing out, coming into downward dog. Breathing in, bringing the right leg forward. And then bringing the left leg forward. Breathing out and breathing in. As you come up, release the arms, breathing out, bringing the hands into prayer, breathing in and out. Let's go for one more round. Let's bring the arms up, breathing in, pelvic forward, releasing the breath, hinging over from the hip. We're going to bring our left leg back, then in, left leg on the floor, right leg back, and we're in plank. Bring the knees down to the floor, chest down to the floor, chin on the floor, and bring ourselves up into cobra. Breathing in. Bringing your body up into downward dog. And breathing in and releasing. Bringing your left leg forward, breathing in. Bringing the right leg forward. Releasing the breath and then breathing in. Releasing the breath. Bringing the hands up to heart space. Breathing in and out. And release. Okay. So I just wanted to warm the body up doing the sun salutation. Okay. And then also being mindful of how we are breathing in our movement. It is just a little difficult when you're trying to speak and think about each movement at the same time and breathe. But it can be done. All right. Okay, so we're going to do some standing poses, okay? And what I want to do first is go into our chair pose. Okay. So you're bringing the hands up into prayer at the heart space. Sink down at your comfort level. And what we're going to do is bring the right leg back. Bringing the arms up. Bringing that belly away from the thigh and doing a slight back bend. You can sink down into that front leg. Keep the neck erect with the, or in alignment with the spine. And then we're going to bring the arms down, making sure the upper body is up and away from that front leg, keeping the knee in between the second and third toe. The back leg is straight. We're going to bring that back hand forward and come back into our chair pose. And we're going to go to the other side. So let's bring our left leg up and take a step back, bringing the arms up. Remember to breathe through your movements. Okay. The arms are straight up. And then we're going to come down into our warrior two. Remembering to keep that knee in line with the second and third toe. Take a look back and look forward. And then bring that back arm forward and come back into our chair pose. And let's stand for Tadasana. All right, and let's come on over for our forward bend.
Just allowing the body to loosely hang. Dropping the head. Let's come up for our Ardha Uttanasana. Half bend. And release. Let's come back up for a second half bend. And release. Coming down. Now let's straighten the arms up.
Coming up, tight, strengthening the core. The core is contracted. And we are releasing the arms. Now let's go into our warrior three. Okay, so what we're gonna do is bring the right leg up and we're going to take the foot back, okay? Now with warrior three, it requires some balance and strength, okay? So if you have not gained stability or balance just yet, you need to work on those things, then you can keep your foot on the floor, your toe on the floor, or you can bring it up. You don't have to bring the foot up high. Your leg doesn't have to come up high. The level you would like to achieve would be here. This is our warrior three. I'll try to turn it a little bit to the side so you can see. It's warrior three. So it's working on the core, it's working on the leg strength. We're breathing. Let's come back down. Trying not to step on Mr. Kitty. This is Onyx. All right, we're gonna bring the left leg back. Same thing, if you need to work on stability here, one of my legs has to be worked on a little bit more than the other. My left leg is stronger. All right, but I can still bring the leg up. Okay, just go at your level, whether the foot be down on the floor, raised up just a little bit, or bringing it up higher to your warrior three. And then let's come back down into our chair pose. And let's come up to our mountain. Okay. So now that we've gone through the warrior poses, we're gonna come on down. Sit in our hero pose. And just relax here. Do some breathing. It's like a slight reset. And let's come over into our table. All right, so into our table, we're going to do cat-cow. All right, so we're going to breathe in cat. And we're going to breathe out cow. Sinking down, allowing that your lower, the lower spine to dip, the shoulders come up, so your shoulder blades are basically like trying to touch, and then you want to breathe in, moving the shoulder blades away from each other. And then you're going to come down, releasing the breath, and a cow. This is good for the spine. And releasing. And then let's come to neutral. All right, so let's get some hip movement going. All right, so we're gonna rotate the right leg, so keeping the right leg bent, and we're just gonna rotate out. We're gonna do 4 times on the right side, rotating out, and then we're going to rotate in 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go to the left side, rotating out. So you're making sure to push the floor away from you. Okay, and you're rotating out. Keeping that core contracted as you're rotating. 3, 4. We're gonna go the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's just bring the knees apart a bit. Coming into our child pose. We're going to reach out. Bringing the chest to the mat. You're bringing the head up so the chin that's on the floor. And let's slowly come back. Let's bring ourselves up into downward dog. Bring the left leg up, straight, and bring the knee in between your hands, your palms, for our pigeon pose. Flatten that back leg. The top of your foot should be on the mat. The chest is up proud, shoulders are down and away from the ears. Let's come down with this. Come to our forearms.
If you want to, you can place your forehead on the mat. It gives more of a stretch. Stretching out the hips and the groin area. Okay, let's come up. Bringing that left leg back. Staying in our upward dog. Pushing yourself away from the floor. Keeping the hips off of the floor. And then let's push ourselves back into downward dog. Bring the right leg up. And bring that knee in between your palms. Flattening the left foot onto your mat. Chest is proud. Shoulders away from the ears. Let's bring our forearms to the mat. Forehead to the mat. And let's come up. Bring the right leg back. Alright, so we're in our upward dog. And let's come in the table. Just move through the table. Let's cross our ankles. Come back into sitting. Let's come forward a little bit. Alright, so next thing I want to do is bringing the feet out. There's two different ways we can do this. So you have a bend in your knees, and what we're going to do is we're going to rotate. So we're breathing in here, and then we're breathing out as we rotate. Breathing in and breathing out. I'm showing you the modified version right now. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so the more advanced version, you would bring the hands behind the head. And you're breathing in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In. We can stop here. All right, and what I want to do now is bring, so we're here, okay? What I want to do is bring the right leg, so the right leg is on the floor. The left leg crosses over. So the right foot, the ankle is at your left knee. And we're going to do a torso twist, all right? So you're bringing the left arm back. The right elbow is at the left knee. And make sure that you're twisting the body first and then the head, okay? Twist, and then twist, turn the head. Take a few deep breaths here. On that last inhalation and exhalation, see if you can twist a little bit more. And let's undo our legs. Switch sides. Left leg is down on the floor. Right hand comes back. Left arm is crossed over, so the left elbow is at the right knee. And you want to breathe in and twist the torso and then turn the head. Breathing in, releasing, and releasing on the last breath and last exhalation. See if you can get a little more twist. And release. Okay, let's come into butterfly. Yes. All right, so butterfly. Let's flap our wings. Yes. Fly, butterfly. Loosening up those hip joints. All right. Let's bring the knees together. Coming back onto our backs. And let's bring the hips up off the floor. Okay, so bringing the feet as close as possible to the buttocks. Hands are on the mat. And we're gonna bring ourselves up off the mat, holding it. Remember to breathe. And releasing. All right, we're gonna go for another one. Let's breathe in, bringing the hips up. Hold the breath. And release. Let's breathe in, bring the hips up. Squeeze. You're squeezing the gluteus maximus. And release. Let's go for one more inhalation and bring the hips up. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Squeeze. Making sure those shoulders are on your mat. And release the breath. Coming down to the mat. Okay. So let's come up. And let's just do some core work here, okay? So we're gonna bring our arms are straight out. We're gonna bring the knees up, keeping the spine in alignment, the neck and spine in alignment. We're just bringing the knees up. Core is contracted. The abdomen is being worked on. Okay, let's release that. Let's bring the legs straight. Okay. Now let's breathe in, bringing the arms up, and do a seated forward bend. Grabbing onto the ankles. You're hinging over from the hip, making sure not to round the top of the back, lumbar spine. Breathe in, deep inhalation, and release, giving a little more stretch. And let's bring the arms up and release. Okay. All Right, so let's bring the legs into comfortable seating position, our cross leg position. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's come back into conscious breathing. Showing gratitude for this day. Let's end with some affirmations, closing the eyes. I am greatness. I am one with the all. I manifest everything I desire. All my needs are met. My gifts bring me abundance. Now let's gently relax back into Shavasana. Keeping the palms upright. The feet are about a foot apart. And just softly breathe. Breathing in gratitude and releasing love. Now let's bring the knees up. Gently roll over to your right or left side, placing the hand on the mat, pushing yourself up, and coming back into a seated position. I thank you for joining me today in this yoga session. Ahimsa. Namaste.